Here at LJ's Kitchens, we have several different options of sinks. You don't have to just go with your typical stainless. We do have other materials that might work better for your kitchen needs. The first thing that I'd like to touch base on is the apron front sink. These have become very popular, and there are two different types of material that you most commonly see. This is going to be the cast iron version, and then we do have a stainless steel version as well. Again, it just kind of depends on what you're looking for in your kitchen, aesthetic-wise or function-wise. One thing to keep in mind is that you do need a specialty sink base for the apron front. This is actually built down into the sink base, and we like to use those in certain styles and designs. This sink is special because it actually has what we call a low divide. So technically it is separated into two separate tubs, but if you wanted one single tub, this would be easy to fill up and you'd actually be able to utilize it all as a single tub instead of having two, where most of the time this partition would actually come up all the way, and then you would always have the functionality of two separate bowls, but with this one you can change it into one single bowl if you needed to. This sink is typically used in a wet bar or bar area, but it's a really good example of a undermount sink. It is also made out of composite granite, so it's a really tough sink. And we do have the other option of a composite quartz sink as well. And they're both they're really, really durable and really easy to use. So what we're gonna try to focus on is just explaining that this is an undermount sink, which means that the sink is actually mounted underneath the countertop. So you're going to see the exposed countertop. And some people like this for like the cleanability, that you can just brush it off. You don't have to worry about the lip being on the top of the countertop. But other people, for example, some people do like to have that lip. They actually think it's easier to just clean because it's all molded in. So it depends on what your preference is and how you like to clean and organize your kitchen. For most people, when they're doing a quartz or granite top, they are going to prefer the undermount if it's stainless or a composite or cast iron, any of those options, just because you are putting in a nice stone top and it's nice to be able to expose all of it, especially since they can finish these edges and polish them so that you get to see all of it. Here we have a apron front stainless steel. We used it in this kitchen just to give it a different feel. It also kind of goes with the stainless steel appliances and the handles. We used it to tie everything together. It is sometimes a little more cost effective than a cast iron or a composite granite. So it is a nice alternative option. One thing to help with stainless steel sinks is to have the grates in there. And you do want to wipe it out periodically just so that you're not getting rust or anything like that. This one specifically is a double bowl undermount, and it does have the low divide so that you can make it into one large tub if you needed it. So most sinks are available with square corners, more rounded corners. It all depends on your design and what you prefer aesthetically. This one specifically is a more squared off sink. It does give it a more modern look. Again, but you do have the option of doing rounded corners, rounded bowls instead of the more squared off bowls. There are hundreds of choices for kitchen sinks, and here at LJ's, we'd be happy to help you design according to your lifestyle and your needs.